anyway, I don't want to have to make excuses. Nichols, come here now. Right now. Come on. Get over here. There he comes, little shithead. Anyway, I don't want to make excuses as to why I can't go to see someone, or because I don't think my car is going to make it, whatever the case might be. I don't want any of that crap. I want to make sure that my car is going to get me there. I don't want to have to think about getting there. I just want to be able to set the cruise control and relax. Great thing about these 4.5 liter engines, of course, is that they get excellent fuel economy for V8s. Now around town, you know, I average between 16 and 17, just depending. Not excellent, but on the interstate, this thing does great. I set the cruise at 70 to 72, and I get anywhere from 25 to 27 miles per gallon out of it doing that. They do really good on gas. Can't argue with that on a V8 at all. And you have a V8, so when you got to get around somebody, it'll get up to 90 miles an hour in a hurry, and no worries trying to pass someone on a 2-lane road. So that's the car. I'm not going to pop the trunk and do all that queer stuff. All that, you know, my opinion, if a car's got the feature, it should work. That's just my way of thinking on it. These cars have a trunk pull down and automatic. You just give it a click, it pulls the trunk down for you. Obviously the trunk, as you can see, is completely closed. The pull down works just fine. There's no issue. I replaced little odds and ends things here to keep everything working the way it should. The car has never let me down, never broke down. When I had to replace the transmission didn't blow up or fail or anything like that. These cars in 1990 got a new park rod mechanism. I'm not going to go into what that is because most of you probably won't know, but essentially GM redesigned it in the 1990 trannies to make it more durable, when in fact the old... Nichols, get out of the road! Come here! When in fact the earlier transmission park rod mechanisms were much more durable. I don't know what they were thinking. Get out of the fucking road now! Come here! Come here now! The earlier park rod mechanisms were much more durable. So anyway, the park rod failed in my tranny. It wouldn't let the car go into reverse, and it wouldn't shift it into reverse. It wouldn't push the gear into reverse, the selector. So to replace the park rod, you have to yank the tranny out and, you know, do about 10, 11 hours worth of work to get to it. I wasn't going to do all that. I said, screw it, it's getting a new transmission. I thought about getting a rebuild, but frankly, a rebuild transmission, even the best rebuilds in my opinion, with soft parts at least, clutches and steels and all that, are not nearly as good as a half-worn automatic factory transmission. So I put in a low mileage unit. I'm glad I did. It shifts great. I have every confidence in the world in the transmission. So this is it for the car now on the walk around. Might shoot another video of me driving the car just so you can get an idea of how well it actually runs and drives out. Okay, so the car's cooled off now. We're going to go ahead and take a quick driving video. So just to get you guys familiar with how it starts and runs. Obviously the car is not completely cold. It's been sitting now for probably about an hour. So we're going to go ahead and fire it up. Kind of neat. It's a Cadillac, so it tells you like good morning and all kinds of little shit like that. Pretty neat. So we want to start it up. As you can see, fires right up, no hesitations whatsoever. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I think it's kind of tacky whenever all someone does is talk all the way through the whole thing. So I'm just going to, you know, drive the car. You can hear for yourself how it runs and how it sounds and all that. I'm going to leave the radio off, obviously, too. No need to turn that on. You guys know that it works. I'm holding this thing while I'm driving. You should never do that. But I'm only making a 3-minute video. I'm not going to keep this going. The car runs and drives very, very nice. You don't need to see me driving it for 30 minutes to know that. So, coolant temperature's at 170 degrees. I think you might be able to read that. Yeah. So obviously it's not warmed up yet. When it does get warmed up, it's 60, I think 63 or 4 out here right now. Nice sunny day. I'm sure you can kind of tell that. You can hear it's nice and quiet in here. Of course, car's very quiet. But here's the dog. You can hear him going crazy, panting. Anyway, car's going to run between 195 and 208, just depending upon if I'm stopped or going or, you know, whatever the case might be. Anyway, so it's starting to get up there. It's starting to warm up a little bit now to 186. These cars were engineered to run at 210 degrees. That's actually their operating temperature. Now, it doesn't mean they can't go any hotter than that. That's just what they're engineered to run at for emissions and all that good stuff, which is actually kind of a weird thing. Most cars are designed to run around 195. The thermostat does open at 195 on this car, but it does not stay at 195. I mean, it will, like if you're cruising down the interstate, it'll stay around 195 to 200. You know, maybe go up a little bit every now and again, but it's actually designed to run around 210. The car itself, like I said, it runs between 195 and 208, which is completely acceptable. The car can run all the way up to 230 degrees. That's considered normal operating range, 195 to 230. Hell, the cooling fans don't even kick on until it gets up to 227 degrees, 224, something in there. So that's completely normal. There you go, and as you can see it